Hello, and welcome, welcome, welcome. At the end of the last episode, I snuck into round two, and I did all the buy and all the combat moves, and just before hitting go and giving you guys, the satisfaction of seeing what a well-turned plan would do, I pulled that, I pulled it out on you, and I'm so sorry for that. Anyways, here we are trying our best to succeed. Let's see what we can get away with in Belarusia. We killed them and we didn't lose anyone. That's a big deal. In China, we killed them. And we lost on a 4 and on a 2, but we still got it. So, we're really hoping to get at least 2 infantry left in China, but, let's not be greedy. We didn't lose on poor luck. They got 2 infantry. They hit us on a 2 again. Ugh. But then they only hit us on. They had a guaranteed hit, and then they missed us there. So it kind of ended up working out. Then our planes will land in the Caucasus if they can. Oh, this one can only get to Novosibirsk or Kazakh. I'll do Kazakh. Land with the Americans. I'd really want them closer, but yeah, Kazakh will be safe. I was worried that the Americans might move away and then I have an isolated plane for the Germans to hit, but they don't have anything that can fly that far. And even if they did, the Russians will get to go between those turns. So we'd be safe. Okay. I would like to deploy as much infantry as possible here, and my plane and 2 guys back here. So now we have a little bit of an air force building up. The Germans are shoving hard, but at least they're splitting up their forces, and they're going to kill that American cruiser. Oh, it's a lot of death everywhere here. I don't feel like they lost very much, not gonna lie. And they have so many tanks on the front line. We're gonna have to pull these Russian tanks to Archangel and this stuff, and oh my god. This is nasty. This is so many German tanks, and they could rush. We're gonna have to get these Americans into the Caucasus to cover off on that. The British production, though. Okay, what are the British doing? I really wish I could take Norway, but well, we do have transport, and we have planes, and we can take Norway. But we could take Western Europe, which would be better. But killing these units, I think, has value. Generally, I don't feel confident without another carrier, but I'm also happy buying some cruisers. A cruiser, a transport, 2 fresh infantry, and 2 more infantry. Because if they attack me with their planes, they don't really have planes in range of what they want to do with the planes. Oh, they did a swap. They did the 2 in here to here, 2 to... Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's hit done. And British combat move. Let's move this fleet over to here. And a man and an artillery. Supported by the whole Air Force. Why not? Yeah, I really wish I could take Western Europe and have some of the Germans heading the other way, but we need the other stuff first, basically. What else do we got? Whew. Okay. Well, as a combat move, we definitely want to go into here. And we're losing something in the very first turn. And we're killing like 2 things. I think this requires that we take this fleet and we move it up to here. And we drop this in. And that way, we have more fodder. And if we lose Anglo-Egypt to this tank, we can go grab some men in India and bring them back across into Anglo-Egypt. And this way, we also get a bombard from our cruiser because we're dropping a man from the sea. Ooh, and we have reinforcements coming. Look at that. Do the Japanese have a destroyer? They do not. Which means I'm going to send this submarine back this way to go harass and make sure they can't have transports laying about. And we will get these British people to Brazil, and then in the future they'll be able to help maybe take Algeria or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hard to link them with our fleets. India's got to hold strong, though I'd almost want to send them to the Caucasus. And there we go. Conduct naval bombard, yes please. Anglo-Egypt. We got them on the bombard, and then our units killed them, so pretty good. And then a battle in Norway, we got them and they got us, which, fair enough. We'll land our 2 planes on our fleet to keep it nice and strong, and we will land a plane. One of them needs to go back to the UK, one of them goes here. One of these bombers comes home as well. And that's a wrap. We will deploy our fleet together. It's growing ever so slowly, and we got fresh boots to put on the ground. We really want to take Western Europe, though. What are the Japanese doing? They're hauling ass, spreading out, grouping up in Manchuria with lots of units, obviously for a push. They didn't put anything in Kowloon, interestingly enough. So we have enough American stuff that we could start grouping our stuff together. I definitely need another aircraft carrier for the Pacific. I almost need another battleship, for frig's sakes. It takes so long to get into the Pacific, as you can see. But, oh, I sent my infantry here for some reason. Oh, because of the Alaska threat. Yeah. Well, where could I could meet up in C-Zone 43 with this stuff. What would I send down with it? A battleship? Or the planes? I probably would send some planes. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then in the following turn, they can't do much. In the following turn, they could take the Solomon Islands, which I think has value. So we'd send an aircraft carrier, some planes, and that's not really a threatened position. So that means we need another aircraft up here, aircraft carrier. We're gonna need. I honestly want like 2 more aircraft carriers. Like I need so much stuff. Like the Pacific is expensive, and it's so low rate of return. But you know, this is all loading up into here. From here you can get to Solomon. From here you can get to Solomon. I mean, C-Zone 53 is just better than 43. So we will go there. We will give you an aircraft carrier and the planes from Hawaii. Let me double check again. Purchase units. What did I... 2 aircraft carriers and a plane. If I go here into Midway, I can grab 2 infantry from here. Just move both. 2 infantry from here and put them all in Midway. And then put in basically everything except not an aircraft carrier. 1, 2. So they couldn't get me with anything that isn't planes. And most of their planes are down here in French Indochina. So with this army in Midway, I'm technically scaring them in Japan. And then I'm going to deploy 2 aircraft carriers here, and a plane to go with it. which feels good. I could also bring my bomber up into Alaska. Or I could try and send... No, up into Alaska makes sense. And then we'll drop a guy here. Because they can't drop troops in Alaska with their transport stuck in this nook. So, you know, that's fine. Yeah, now that they have a factory in Manchuria, it's going to be kind of nasty. But I'm going to be able to take Powhatan from them. So, okay, that's basically it. The Americans are just... Oh, we have Kazakh people, so they can go to Caucasus. You know what? I'm going to put them in Russia, because Russia is just more important to defend. So there we go. Non-combat move done. I do not want to move. I'll end the movement phase, put the aircraft carriers, and put the plane. There's nothing else to place. Okie dokie. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry that the Russian turn was put in the wrong video, but I had a lot of fun. This Pacific Theater, it's interesting. It's definitely harder than the whole help out with this tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 provinces with tanks. All but 2 of them have multiples of tanks. They have 14 tanks. 15 if you count Libya. That's a lot of tanks. Oh my god. At least their air force is in Africa for some reason. But geez, it can still get to the Caucasus. Yeah, they get to the Caucasus with... Oh, we'll have to talk about this in the next episode. I'm so sorry. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you next time.